1 Peter 3, found on page 1730 in your pew Bibles, if you'd like to turn there and read it with me. And essentially, this week, I would like to talk about how we are prepared. And we wonder, prepared to do what? And that's exactly the question. What are you prepared to do this week? Are you prepared to succeed or fail? Are you prepared to have tears of joy or tears of sadness? Are we prepared to live life as it is, or life as it's meant to be? What are we prepared for? When you came here, when I came here this morning, was I prepared to receive a blessing and then ultimately give a blessing to somebody? Did I come here prepared to worship God in whatever form that is, whether it's through word, through song, through prayer, through music, through fellowship? Prepared. I don't believe this happens just because it happens. I believe it is a conscious thought that we must have to come to this place, take time out of our day, this day that has been a blessing to us in disguise, we don't even realize it, and to prepare on how to recognize God's hand in this day. What do we focus on? It was an awesome communion meditation this morning telling us these are the things to look forward to. Yes, we live in this world of chaos and disharmony and dysfunction. That doesn't mean we have to fully immerse ourselves into it. We can definitely be the opposite of that. How do we bring peace? How do we bring comfort? How do we bring this functionality that causes us to be one? Well, obviously, we can't do it on our own. We have to have many, many partners in order to do this. But our greatest partner, of course, is Jesus Christ. When I invited you earlier to read the call to worship, to actually look at the words that we were about to say together in unity, do we fully agree with every single word that we were asked to read there, to participate in? I hope so. If not, why not? Let's ask each other those questions. When we sing these songs, these hymns, and these songs that we're singing, do we really read the words that we're singing? Do we understand them? Do we put them in our heart? Are we ready to say these words throughout this week and bring this joy to people around us? All good questions. 1 Peter 3:15. But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against you and your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander. Once again, something to prepare our heart for, something to read and to try to understand. But let's truly go back to verse 3:8. It's nice to pick out these certain scriptures like 15 through 16 that will really mean something to our heart. But let's look at the whole context of the message that is being said here. My heading says, suffering for doing good. Are we doing good? That's a question. And if I'm doing good, am I suffering while I do it? Sometimes. What does the suffering truly look like? We've talked about sacrifice. We've talked about commitment. We've talked about dedication. We've talked about steadfastness. Today, preparation in order to be committed and in order to be able to dedicate, in order to be steadfast, firm in our belief. This takes preparation. And the preparation starts first with prayer.